Internet, and welcome to Tales of Terragia. I'm your Dungeon Master and Cosmic Tour Guide, Nick Salentano, and these are the 6 museum exhibits that I brought to life to play with me. Say hi, museum exhibits! Hi! Welcome back. Before we get started, please do us a favor and go like and subscribe, and go to our Instagram, and go to our TikTok, and go to our X, formerly known as Twitter, and everything and all in between. Find at Tales of Terragia. It's most likely us. Actually, I guarantee you it's going to be us. Like and subscribe, follow, do all that stuff, and promise you won't regret it. Last time, the second law in their hot pursuit of Selka and the Tartarucci cult passed to the city of Cowrie, a massive city/warehouse, basically. You gathered some supplies, some information, and left a few breadcrumbs for any leads that are following you that might be headed toward the city of Grisha. Apparently, you only dropped that name 107 times.
Going to Grisha.
Displaced it.
You left under the cover of night, slipping away to the north before making a sharp turn east and heading towards the Lost Woods. You also had a bit of a scrap with a pair of strange creatures whose bark was actually worse than their bite, releasing stunning sonic bellows before you were able to dispatch them. You pressed on, decided to travel throughout the night in order to catch up and close the gap between you and the Tartarucci, when you hear a sound. A woman's voice crying out to you, and being the second law, you can't exactly pass up a woman calling for help. So you went to investigate, where a woman seemed to have fallen into a sinkhole and had pleaded for you to take her baby back to Cowrie, where her family is. Zakkai and Basil, you both dropped into the sinkhole, moving to assist the woman, and as she hands you her little bundle of joy, she shouts, "Now!" And the bundle of joy turns out to be a gathered collection of little bags and satchels with a small timed device that ticks a couple times before suddenly exploding into a massive cloud of thick, dark smoke. Second law, please roll an initiative for me.
We just see come on, Basil.
I'm Yamchud. My God. Yeah. Oh, that's trash.
Alright, first things first, at the top of the round, Basil, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. The satchel just bursts in your arms, and everyone kind of sees just this big, this mushroom cloud of black, thick black smoke. There's no explosion per se, it was just a sort of smoke bomb being literally in your arms was enough to cause you some damage. But at the top of the round, Anara, you are first to act with Zakkai on deck.
So, I was aware at the beginning of the encounter of forms off to one side or the other. How do I know how far away they are?
I will say with the check that you made, you know that they are not any further than, they're probably between 40 and 80 feet from you.
Okay. So, around here. And you said one was on this side and one was on this side.
You've picked out presences on either end of the sinkhole.
Okay. I am going to move over toward Harmony and warn her of the distance and direction of at least one enemy. There's one over that side and one over that side. I sense them beforehand. I will draw my longsword and I will hold an action that if any of them come within melee range, I will make an attack.
Alright, for Zakkai, you are up.
Zakkai, with this explosion happening next to him, reactively, he's going to throw his hands up in the sand and want to kind of rise up to shield him, and then I want to sink over him as I activate my armor stand. And then as I shake off the excess sand, I want to form into like his sandpaw with an attack with sandpaw.
Roll a hit. Also, roll a hit with disadvantage. This area is heavily obscured by the dark smoke.
Can make it worse. My total was a 9. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
So can't really see. Throw out a hand, sand, and this is there. And how are we still in the pit? Or have we
yes.
come up? Okay. How high is the pit?
It's about, I think it said about like a good 12 feet-ish deep.
Okay. Is she still in the pit with us?
Yes. Or at least last you saw.
Ooh. Okay. I'll stay. Since they don't have enough information. That's my turn.
Speaking of one of those unseen foes that you had, the presence of Anara, from behind this boulder over here, actually from further away, but he's using his movement to come up to that boulder over here. This bandit.
A ne'er-do-well.
Come over here and he can make it. He's got to come all the way up to 10 over here. Sneak up behind you, Tem, and he's going to use his garrote wire
Oh my gosh.
Not sound pleasant.
to kind of sneak up behind you and try to make an attack. That is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Please make a strength saving throw.
Okay. I can do that. It won't be good. Oh, a 19.
Nice.
You only take 3 points of damage, and you're managed to. Luckily, he probably wasn't expecting a form as large as you, as it kind of rounds around this.
I got a thick neck. Yeah.
Tries to garrote you, and realizes that he can't even get the wire fully around you. It's mostly just kind of getting straight around it.
Back off!
Just an extra level.
Yeah.
A 2-person
Heavy duty.
He makes 2 attacks. He's gonna kind of realize that the rot is not the way to go, and he's just gonna make a dagger attack against you. Ooh, that's probably not gonna hit. 13 total.
Yeah.
That's it for him. Harmony, you're up.
Okay. As Anara had run up next to me. Well, which direction? Where?
In front, but get behind me.
And so he's all kind of I'll drop back a little bit. You were to point kind of out that way. And if I am kind of looking, do I see any hint of
Make a perception check real
person?
quick. Kind of scan the area.
Can the fact that I pointed the rough direction that just help?
Oh yes, I'll give you it.
12.
Still, I think at this point it's very early morning for you guys because you tried to travel through the night, so it's a bit dark as you try to peer through that area. Can't see anything.
But I have the general direction.
You have a general direction.
Okay, so as I'm kind of backing up and I see Anara had pulled her sword, so I'm kind of looking that direction towards woods, bushes. I'll pull out my sword, and as it kind of does the shing, I'm gonna try to use that to just send Dizzy out in that direction. Because I don't need to know exactly. I just have to be aware of the target, and if it's within 60 feet, and it's intelligence.
Okay, intelligence save. Ooh, that is an 11.
So fails and takes 4 psychic damage. Dazed until the end of its next turn. If it moves more than 5 feet, it makes a dex save. And if they fail, they fall prone. If they fail by more than 5, their speed is 0 until the end of the turn.
Oh,
So they can't stand up, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
it trips them up enough.
Okay. So I'm just kind of like holding my rapier out. It's an all gold rapier. So just, and like maybe you just hear like a stumble in the bushes, and then I'll kind of look over my shoulder back towards the hole. Are you guys okay
Yeah, it's fine. Insane. Take down my eyes.
there? Basil, is that you? Am I close enough to the edge? Could I see them at all? If I look back down over my shoulder?
If you look back down over your shoulder, you see a pit filled with dark smoke.
Ooh. I don't think that would be enough. Okay. Can you guys get out of there?
Yeah, we fine. Take care of this guy first.
Okay.
Come on, be brave. Sort of like electricity charge.
Well, I can't help you if I can't see you. And then I'm gonna
And I hear Zakkai start smoke in the air.
Is that you holding an
Huff.
action?
I could, yeah. I can't hold a plus action.
Okay.
And blowing.
And blowing up.
I was like, can I jump up and then you'll see me and I like come down and then...
My dizzy was my action.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Off to the side.
Oh, I suppose. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'll just with my like free hands just reach out to Anara really quick and okay, well, I think you'll see them first, so and I'll just like tap you on the shoulder and give you a lucky strike.
Ooh.
That's the one you
Lucky.
That is crit on 17 through 20.
Oh, yeah. Sick.
I'm good bonus actions.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Off to the side over here, in the direction that Harmony you cast your spell, he's going to be more than 5 feet, so he's going to make a dex save. And rolled a 5.
Nice.
Ooh.
So he falls prone.
And missed by 5.
Yeah, and missed by 5 or more, so falls prone and has no speed until the end of the turn.
Wonderful. Over in this direction, like, just for the sake of it, in this area behind the bush, bandit tries to stand up, hold another like hand axe, and instantly face like right behind that bush.
Is that enough information for us to know exactly where it is?
Yes, you know where he is.
Man's prone. Annihilate him. It sounds oddly demonic for me.
Okay. Steady on.
Tail whip.
He is still prone and has movement to 0, but he's gonna like try to shake his ankle out of the root that tripped him and just kind of yeet his hand axe over at you. Harmony, I don't know. I think prone gives him disadvantage. It does not. He's just gonna throw that hand axe at you. That is a 15 hit.
Misses.
That's that new armor, baby.
Yeah, I just kind of.
Next up. Sneaking through the smoke up to you, Basil. You can't quite see them, but you do see some movement in the smoke as this fella here is going to swing at you. That's definitely not going to hit. He's going to use bonus action to exploit opening to give himself advantage on the attack. So that is a natural 20. Hit for a total of 26 to hit.
It's me, of course.
Basil.
You take 7 bludgeoning damage as you just feel a large kind of like Morningstar long, kind of thick, heavy, rounded like metal ball at the end of this long pole just kind of swinging into the smoke and clocks against you. He's gonna replace his second attack with a shield bash. He's gonna go ahead and try to attack that. Let's see, probably not gonna hit. That is just 12 to hit you.
Nope. Misses. I'm just swinging wildly now. Just just deflecting what I can now that I've been hit by something.
That's it. Him is going to use the rest of his movement to step away from out.
Do I get an attack of opportunity
You
from that?
do.
As I swing wildly and hit ya. Ooh, that's going to miss with a 11.
That does miss.
Just more like the electricity is just starting to charge around me.
Roll another d20 there, Basil.
Sure. 10.
10. I believe that's below your armor class, right?
Correct.
Not you, Zakkai.
Yes.
Swing wildly, place a little smoke, but you managed to miss Zakkai.
Hey!
I just gave that some time. Sorry.
What are you guys doing down there?
Fighting each other.
Is anyone down there?
There's more down here. Oh no, swinging. It's like,
Oh wait, did that other guy?
just rubbing sand
Jump
out my
out.
eyes.
No, he's still in the pit.
Okay.
This one down here, just kind of step backward.
Oh,
But
But
he's
he's
visible.
he popped out.
Is he visible to
Oh, this whole thing is the pit. This
Yeah,
is the
sorry.
smoke.
Yes.
I see.
20 feet? Is it, what was the fifth guy?
It's a big hole. Nice hole.
Thanks.
Room 2. Next up is the horrified mother. Baby just exploded.
Yeah.
She immediately goes from like frantic, panicking mother to like she kind of goes into like a kind of crouch stance and kind of just pulls her leg from between the two stones that were keeping her held there. She's going to get to the edge here. She's not gonna be able to climb out fully, but she sort of gets to the edge up there, seeing one of her fellow ne'er-do-wells doing his absolute best to try to strangle an elephant and fail it. So
Not an
instead,
easy task.
she just holds her hand out, and the middle of her hand like pulses a little bit with a very kind of rudimentary sort of like magic. She sort of throws it at you, Tam. She's gonna try to hit you. That's laughable, but hey, maybe 15.
Just, nope. Just,
She gets upset by that. All right. Nik-Nak, you are up with Basil on that.
Alright, so from the bush that he's in, he'll pop his head out and just go, "Whoop!" and then pull his head back in, and you'll hear just a little bit of muttering from the bush. And then you will see Sledgehog hammers out, just like running towards this guy. And Sledge will take an attack with his hammers. If I can find out where his thing is, which I never can. Gets in here. Okay. Ooh. 22.
22 hits.
Sweet. Okay.
good.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can. Thank you. Though. Yeah. Let's see, that is. Okay. So he's gonna hit for 8 force damage on that guy, and then Nik-Nak will just move up to the edge of the bush, and he's gonna hold his action for if the guy next to Tem tries to make an attack, he's going to cast Jinx.
Got it.
Because holding action.
Threat.
Tactics.
Threat.
Resource management. Lord. just supposed to be level 4. It's all calm down. Anything else for you to say?
No, that'll be his turn.
Basil, you're up with Tem on deck.
So I'm in total darkness, just kind of swinging away
Yes.
here. I guess could I make any perception check to guess where I was cut from, to kind of guess where it was and to take a guess to charge forward?
Maybe perception check with this is it.
Okay.
Just see where you get stabbed.
A 14.
14. All you know is you got hit with something hard and heavy. You're not quite sure where it came from or where it went.
Well, with that being said, I will just charge blindly forward until I'm possibly out of this darkness. 3 feet that way, and then can I see him and then get out of this and then move? Just start raging towards him, and I will bonus action as I'm coming up to him as I like test the coil from my ears through the sword at him and do my hexblade curse at him.
Ooh, yeah.
And then just continue to cleave at him as the wild dirge slashes and electricity come at me.
That's horrifying. It's
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
that hits.
Of course, you just keep slashing,
Hitting, slashing. I'm gonna reroll 2 for a 1. For a total of 8 slashing.
8 slashing.
8.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Tem, you're up.
Okay. Mad that he tried to get choked out. Tem is gonna be like, let's see how you like it. And I'll tap my staff on the ground, and just one of the little bells lights up. But Tem's gonna try and use his staff to basically, it's a giant crochet hook, so he's gonna try and loop it around the guy's neck and just like yank him.
You can buy it.
Yeah. So I'm flanking with Sledgehog, so that's advantage.
Yes, it is.
Great. 14 to hit.
14. It does not.
Dang it. All right. Well, like, you know, swing with the staff. If he ducks out of the way, fine, whatever. Frustrated, Tem is going to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon, and have that appear as his knitting needles.
Wherever you'd like.
I'm gonna put it between these two right here.
Such a vicious spiritual weapon.
Yeah, knitting needles, you know. So it can make a melee spell attack on it as it shows up. So
Yes,
that's gonna be.
Would you have had flanking with Sledgehog before on your
He did.
initial attack? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's not gonna hit. That's just 10.
It does not hit.
So it's just flying crochet hooks and knitting needles at this point, which hopefully inspires some fear.
You're like 2 knitting needles cross, and then you just start knitting with yourself.
That's all.
Excellent. All right, top of the round. Anara, you're up with Zakkai on deck.
So I can see this guy now.
Yes, you can.
Right. So I'll say to Harmony, I got this one.
Okay.
And I got this one.
I bet you do.
And I will close the distance to the prone one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna critical hit into that.
Yes, manifest that.
So it's advantage because it's prone, right?
Yes.
Oh!
17, 18, or 19.
Didn't even need it.
Okay. Remember, note yourself.
Yeah.
She's like, no mercy, Anara.
So I can double this die. Or re-roll it, right?
You.
Oh, I rolled
double
double.
dice.
You roll double and then can re-roll.
And re-roll whatever you want.
Got it. Okay.
Because we want to roll all the dice because it's fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So
More dice, more fun.
Yeah, more dice, more fun. That is 21 points of slashing.
Pretty vicious. He's still standing, but Anara, what does that attack look like? 'Cause that's a pretty vicious blow.
So, I've been mad the whole time. I knew this was
angry at us.
like because I knew there were people there, and I'm like, this is not what it seems. Like everybody back the fuck off. And so
Can I do
like, we
that?
fell into it anyway.
What's listening to me?
And it's like, it's not cool to pretend as a baby. And I'll
Slash him.
Who throws a
Then-
baby?
the hexagon flashes on her skin, and she will burn a key point for flurry of blows.
Alright.
So now kicking his prone body.
Yes.
Which you also have
Son of a
advantage
bitch.
of.
I'm really angry. She's so mad at us.
I can't attack my feelings, but I'm gonna punish you.
This manifesting thing works.
Get out on you.
Woo-wee. Alright.
Oh, 2 dice. 2, 6, 4, 10. That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Wow. And that was just one of
That
the.
was 1.
Alright.
Still up.
Yep, he's still
Yeah.
up.
Wow.
Barely, but.
And then another 17 and 18. So that's
Yeah,
another
it's
crit.
that.
Another
So
crit.
that's crit.
Wow.
God, fucking best kid.
Crit.
Wait, how long does that last for?
Concentration.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll both of those.
Tasty.
It's so
Oh,
good.
Another 10
As a
points
cantrip.
of bludgeoning damage.
A bonus action.
Evisceration.
Yeah, that is just bloody
So
cold.
she hits him with the sword, and then she's just standing against him like,
Just curb stomping this guy.
Yeah.
it's wailing on him as he, don't fake a baby! Don't fake a baby!
Put your teeth on this root.
Eventually, that bandit stops moving, just so you know.
Terragia.
Did you
Anara
understand?
doesn't stop.
Anara doesn't stop.
He definitely starts stomping up and down now.
Jeez.
Wow.
Dare I ask anything else?
Nope. I'll look around, I'll look back. Because he's dead, right?
Yes.
Ice cold shoulder
You
turn.
just see me on a little like turn around.
Like, I said I get that one.
You got him.
This one next. Point to
Okay.
Very effective turn.
Yeah, very effective turn.
Harmony stays not knowing
Strike is
exactly what
awesome.
she's asking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
3 crits in a row.
Wowzers.
She'll learn
Crazy.
eventually.
All right. It's gonna be a hard act 12, but Zakkai, you're up.
All right, well, don't get your hopes up. Zakkai is gonna put up. He's got the fabric that's around his shoulders. He's gonna put it up like it's a hood, and he's gonna burn 2 charges of the item he's wearing to cast Blur. And then I'm gonna run forward, same idea that Basil had, toward where I thought the woman would be. Eventually pass out of the smoke. See that happening. I'm gonna turn to see. Did the woman get out of the pit yet, or is she at the edge of it?
She's sort of like scrambling up to the top. Her like lower half of the body is still in the pit, and upper arms are crawling out of the pit. She's sort of that.
She made a ranged attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's at the top.
Got you. Okay. Feels like you're doing all right. I'm gonna turn. Oh wait. What was my? I don't remember where it was. Here? There? Here? Okay, great. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm just gonna start running toward the woman. And I can't reach her. I don't have a lot of bonus action options.
Well, I mean, it's still a bit intimidating for her.
Could you throw something?
Can you just throw things with a bonus action?
What was your action?
I mean, the only thing I would throw is a weapon, and that's an attack. So.
It's an attack.
Yeah.
Test one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I wanted to.
Please, I was gonna ask, and I wanted to know exactly what this Zakkai's blur looks like.
So as Zakkai lifts his hood, you see his skin start to like shift. It's like you see moving sand as all of the details you might normally see on a person start to kind of like disperse, and all of the details on his body start to kind of blur as his form slightly kind of disperses into the air. And that's what you see as he runs out of the smoke and heads toward the woman.
It's almost a sort of like before and after image of Sand kind of like moving ahead of you and following at the same time.
Or like if sand was like sitting on a surface that started shaking and it kind of jumps.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like, yeah.
Kind of that.
Sand on a speaker. Kind of
Yeah.
Amazing. Anything else for you to hide?
Oh my god, please. You'd be such a fucking frat bro. Sorry, what was your question? No, I think that's all I can really do.
Thanks.
I'll do something one of these times.
That guy is full on surrounded, but he's gonna try his best to do a. Just gonna try a shield bash against you, Tem.
Right before he does that, Nik-Nak's gun, you'll see like Nik-Nak's eye out of the bush, and he'll put his gun out, and he'll just go like a horn, like a bullhorn to try and like mulligan his like attack. So he'll have disadvantage.
Amazing.
As he casts Jinx. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, charisma
Sorry.
save.
Yes.
1 second. Natural 19.
He definitely succeeds on that.
Does he still have disadvantage on the attack?
No, sorry. He had to fail that to get the disadvantage.
Gotcha.
But
It was funny.
well, yeah, that was the whole point. But Sledgehog will use his reaction to try and hook a hammer across his hand to cast Deflect attack.
Alright. So that gives him
The
disadvantage.
old
Yes.
distraction punch.
Ooh, could have been a nat 20, but instead it is just 16 to hit you.
That is my armor class.
Okay.
Yeah, not a crit. Yeah.
Not a crit though. That's 2d4 for the shield bash. And Tem, please make another strength saving throw for me as he tries another
And I know what
maneuver.
I have. It's plus 0. 13.
13. Alright, that is a fail. You take 6 bludgeoning damage and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
And he will use his bonus action to use his maneuver Stay Down. So that he can perform an extra bonus action attack to someone who is prone.
Wonderful.
And taking advice from Anara, but that is a 14 hit.
So that's not.
Alright, so he doesn't hit.
You have to be more accurate.
But he
With
does-
gusto.
But he does take his shield and sort of like swing it and kind of like knocks you across the face. It does knock you to the ground, but as he tries to like kick you, you're able to kind of scramble out of the way just enough. That's it for him. Harmony, you're up.
I'll go over just to the edge. Look down. I'll see Basil, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. Just trying to get this guy through a baby.
Does Basil look? How hurt does Basil look?
I'm pretty spry,
Oh, okay.
feeling still. I'm fine.
Okay. If
I'm
I
a big
look,
bun.
if I look back a little further, how does Zakkai look? How's everyone?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's behind the.
Oh, he's fine.
Definitely taking
He's fine.
damage.
He's
I
fine.
don't think you
Okay.
can see the eye technically.
Yeah, I'm just.
I know. I guess that's true. Is the
Behind
smoke kind of
the smoke.
Oh,
true?
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I kind of look.
I could be dead.
I momentarily lament the fact that I can't see him through the smoke and tell no one. And then tell no one. Okay. And then I'm holding my sword, but so I'll kind of reach back and like push the bandolier around so my lyre kind of comes to the front and pluck a few of the strings. Kind of one of the last string starts to glow blue, and kind of same thing. I'll kind of pull that like blue sort of crackling energy like Basil has and then just like fling it down at that guy. Cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
So that's an attack for me. 17.
17 hits.
So it'll be lightning damage. 38. Ooh. Wait. God, I feel like I haven't used 8s in so long. 17 lightning damage. I have 2 8s and a 1.
Nice.
Okay.
Sick.
Alright.
How does that make that guy look?
He's okay, but he's definitely taken a few pretty heavy hits. He's on the bloodier side.
Okay, and then as I'm just still holding on my sword, finish him off, Basil, and I'll just kind of send a little inspiration down to you.
Anything else, Harmony?
I'm gonna start running. I think I already took. So I'll kind of go around the edge of the darkness and see what's going on over here.
You see me groaning on the floor.
That's true. That's true. I said, Tim! No, Tim!
Literally checking if everyone else is okay, and they're all totally fine. And then Tim.
Oh, there he is.
Don't worry, I'm coming.
Next up is the Brawler, but he is very, very dead. Name right here, down here with engage with you, Basil. He's gonna swing that Morning Star again at you. He is gonna use another use of exploit opening to give himself advantage. That is an 18 hit.
I'm going to deflect and swing up with my sword and cast shield, and the Morning Star will wrap around the blade as I kind of deflect and hold it with him.
And can't do anything else. So now it's Baby Mama's turn.
Not baby.
Let's see. She, actually, real quick, just make a perception check to see if she even notices the guy behind her. She does not. So she's gonna go ahead and
She casts baby.
and cast
Another
baby.
explosion.
She's
Summon
gonna
fake baby.
she's gonna wave her hand again and kind of
bomb this time.
conjure up some magical energy and fling it towards Sledgehog.
No.
That is a dirty 20 to hit Sledgehog.
I'll hit him for sure.
My hog.
Woo. Damage dice. That is 11 force damage to Sledgehog.
Wow.
And she kind of like holds the spell a bit longer this time. Lets it charge for a moment before she flings it. And there's kind of like weird, like purplish energy that kind of climbs over itself and crackles through the air and kind of hits him. But that is all she can do. Nik-Nak, you are up with Basil on deck.
Okay, well, having seen that, his eye will just like, and he'll like point his gun out and try and like weave between the shot and not hit this guy, but try and hit her. So he will take a shot at her. Sorry, Tim. She went after my hog.
He's laying down.
No.
Natural one.
Natural one.
For an 8 to hit.
Roll damage.
Roll damage? What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's gonna hit someone else.
You overclocked.
Oh wait, it's 2d8. Oh god. 17.
Tim, that is 17 force damage. Or fire damage.
I'm sorry. Uh-oh.
As aiming in the dark kind of like throws off Nik-Nak's aim just a little bit.
Do I know that that's Nik-Nak in the bush?
Make a perception check real quick.
Because, yeah, I don't know.
That's true.
16.
Make a stealth check real quick.
Nah, that's probably not gonna be great. A 3. 6.
6. Yes. That's Nik-Nak in there, and a blast came from Nik-Nak.
Nik-Nak, he must be possessed!
No, I just.
Don't! Ten's on our side! Ten's on our side!
It's just the most horrendous sound of an elephant in pain that you've ever heard. Trumpeting, just like.
That must have been a malfunction.
Alright. Let's keep Pete off our backs, Elliot. Anything else, Nik-Nak?
Hey, we exploded the baby.
That's
We didn't look at Peter doesn't cover.
Well, Sledgehog will try and take a hit at him.
Yeah.
Do I still get it flanking even if he's prone?
I mean, technically, yes, he could still attack, so yes.
Cool. He's gonna try and hit the guy in front of him. That's 13.
13 does not hit him, so sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, that will be my turn.
Alright, Basil, you're up with Tem on deck.
Now that Harmony has given me a beat, my metal foot starts tapping first, and then I start like side hopping a little bit, and then my electricity starts to like slowly calm down. It gets like one singular line, solid into the conduit. And as I had his morning star wrapped around, I like twisted up and I started cleaving into him more in a cleaner strike, more focused and refined,
Awesome. Please roll the hit.
and musically inspired.
You can do the inspiration after you roll a hit too.
I'm gonna do 11 for a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yes. I'm also going to add, take that refined bit of electricity and then narrow that down into a divine smite.
Nice.
And add more damage. Reroll that one for rewarping. For an 11, it's for 15 slashing. And then let's add the smite.
Do you have your hex in there too? Like,
I do. Oh yeah, so that is then another +2 damage on top of that. And then where's my other 8? For then another 7 smite damage.
And
As then as a phantom snip kind of gets heard through the air.
if he fails a DC 14 con save, he takes the inspiration number in thunder damage.
Nice.
So I feel like the little inspiration is supposed to, it's a little musical note or something, but it's just kind of hovers behind you. It just goes.
Nice, and then I start like tapping to it and sidestepping. I was like swinging more concentrated with it rather than
And then at the end it just
wildly.
goes. If he fails.
Little exploding Bluetooth speaker. That you
Yeah.
can it's a con save, yes, right?
Yeah, 14.
And then what I would roll the damage dice.
It was whatever you rolled for the inspiration.
Oh, was it 6? Yeah.
So it would be that and thunder damage.
12.
Oh, so he takes 6 thunder
Another
damage.
6 more. Nice.
That.
Ooh. It's the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. There's no one over there, but that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
Pretty great. Anything else, Basil?
No, I would just continuously try to like cleave and just step in with him more and
It's like a
continue
brunette.
just like sharply, you know.
He's definitely in the middle of the night, standing over an electrified giant rabbit, swinging a huge pair of scissors at him. He's pretty freaked out.
Better be.
Rabbit.
Yes,
A
yeah.
giant.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah, it makes it
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
It's more scary.
Small is scary. in this thing. All right, Tim, you are up.
Alrighty. After somehow getting blasted out of nowhere, I'm still
sink into the bush.
mostly focused on what is directly in front of him. So he's gonna use his staff and like bring himself back up. His singed, probably like side of his face. I don't know exactly where it hit him, but get up out of prone, that's half my movement, or
Yes.
okay. So crawling up, but then is just gonna like enraged that this person in front of him has like wailed on him so much, is then gonna like hold his hand out and cast hold person on this guy right here. wisdom saving throw.
Save this gentleman here. 14.
That fails. So he is paralyzed.
Paralyzed is so brutal.
It is at the end of each of its turns. It can make the save
Yeah.
again.
Man.
But now that he's paralyzed, bonus action, spiritual weapon's gonna make an attack on him, and it has advantage. So,
Sick.
Tim, what is a hold person for you?
oh, so as he goes like this, literal, like big, like ship rope, like knotted hempen rope, is gonna come out and like just tie nasty knots all around his legs as it just like the thickest, roughest rope that you can possibly imagine. And he gets rug burn from it.
Break all your nails trying to.
Yeah, just trying to pick at there. Okay, so bonus action, spiritual weapon attack. That's gonna hit. Let's see if I crit. So that was.
Is
Paralyzed.
it auto crit? If
The
you
lead
hit?
hits
Oh.
auto crit with.
Oh yeah, I think you are right.
I get it
Let me double
confused with
check.
Baldur's Gate now.
You do not get auto crit, but you do have advantage on your attack.
Is it not?
Oh, it does say any attack that hits
Oh.
this creature is a critical hit if it's within 5
Attack
feet.
within 5 feet. yes.
Okay, so then it definitely hit. So because that was a 25 to hit. So that's gonna be
More crits in this one combat.
Yeah.
Then we'll get all campaign.
Yeah, oops.
Don't mess with us.
What do you mean?
Oops,
It's gonna manifest
ambush.
it every time.
I'm terrified now.
I only have 1d8 here, so I rolled both, but I'm gonna re-roll the first one. That is going to be 17 force damage. As the freaking knitting needles like jab through where the whole person ropes had been and like stab through his calf and like additionally like hit him there. And
Sensitive.
I still have half my movement, right? And he is paralyzed, so he can't take an attack of opportunity. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of there.
Attack is on the thigh.
5, 10, 15. You guys got this. That's my turn.
Okay. Oh, poor Tim. Alright. Anara, top of the round, you're up. Zakkai on deck.
I mean, there's an obvious move. So, to the edge of the thing and then like just leap down, land right behind this guy. Attack with the sword.
Roll a hit.
Flanking, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
Let's go by
So
one.
close.
Oh, so
16 plus. I think it's gonna hit. 10.
It does.
Not a crit this time. Minimum damage. Never mind. That is 7 points of slashing damage.
Show us how it's done.
Yeah.
Hey!
So I jump down behind and kind of scoot up behind where Basil has been like wailing on with the big electric sword.
The
Say,
guy-
oh, did you want to kill this one? Sorry. Slash his head off.
Just
Yeah. Out of the darkness, this like stealthy woman just kind of drops out of nowhere and slices him in one like clean sweep.
I had him!
There's another one. And I will, let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20 feet. 5, 30, 40. And now I'll head toward there. Do I want to burn the section? Do that unless they want to. Oh, you know what? I'm going to spend another hexagon flashes on her skin, goes dull. Gonna step the wind. And then come right up behind this one. She's like hanging off the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alright, Zakkai, you're up.
I'm going to cast, as I'm running at this one, I'm going to cast Earth Ripple, can you roll a dex save?
Dex
For her.
save. For her, that's this. Step luck. 14.
Oh, that is what it says. So you beat it, right? Meets a beat. Okay. Cool. Nice. Nice.
Any half damage or half effect or anything like
I
that?
don't think so. And it says, oh wait, they do get half damage. Okay, thank you. I was just gonna like roll over and let that suck. Can I borrow a D8 from someone? Thank you. Thanks, Harmon.
I mean, I would lend it to anybody.
Ooh, it's got the sparkles
You're
too.
not special.
That's a
Oh, you got an 8.
thanks, Harmony. That's a after having it, it's 6 damage.
Alright.
As a spike, as a spike kind of comes out, I misjudge where the spike is coming out, so maybe it just like brushes out at her side. But I like pull it from the earth where she's hanging as she goes.
That's awesome.
And seeing that it doesn't like knock her off, I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out this little like, it looks like kind of like a shortened staff. Like there's like a kind of bowl shape on the top of it. I'm gonna brandish it, and the ground under me starts to like sandify as it starts to lift up, and I'm kind of on top of this cloud of sand. And I'm gonna ride the cloud of sand up to the top of the pit as I'm gonna stand right in front of her because I think that's funny. As I like ride the sand and kind of drop in front of her as I like brandish my blades as I look down at her on the edge of this pit.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Very intimidating. And she kind of like literally is trying to crawl up and then sees your feet like land in front of her. She also just like wrinkles her nose just a little bit. That same familiar like nose wrinkle that Harmony gave you when she saw that you weren't wearing any shoes. Anything else, Zakkai?
No, that's it.
It is this fellow's turn here.
Oh wait, actually, can you add 2 more damage to her? I forgot from my feature.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Who's this?
Hmm?
Did you say 6 or was it 7?
It was 6 halved, which must have been rolled 12.
Yeah, I rolled 12, and then there was
Okay.
6 after the halving. Thank you.
After half having.
After having. Yes.
Having had half.
Having halved, it did 6 damage.
Now everything we say, I'm like, this is hard to close caption.
But we must.
Everyone stop talking.
Small
Stop
words.
saying anything.
Small words.
Oops.
That bandit over there is going to Sledgehog try to hit. He's gonna try to hit Sledgehog back.
The paralyzed?
The paralyzed one, he has to. He
Oh,
can
no,
make
you're
the
right.
save again. It's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
He just tries to save every time.
Yeah.
In which case, wisdom save 11.
Nope, still paralyzed.
That's it for him. Harmony, you're up.
Okay. So I was running along the edge of the pit, and then I just see Tem get shot. And like running, I'm kind of like holding my lyre, like, you know, so it's not flying around with my sword out. and I imagine like Tem he like scrambles up. The guy's paralyzed. He starts, as you kind of like run by me the other direction, just like, oh my god, Tem, are you okay? And like, I'll do a healing word for you.
Okay, cool.
As I'm running.
The answer is
by.
no, I'm not okay.
7.
No.
Someone will say it.
7. Okay.
So you heal for 7.
Thank you.
And then, and then I'll just continue to run up. I'm like, okay, Nik-Nak, don't shoot me!
Wait, it was
And-
Nik-Nak?
No,
into the bush.
I'm sure it was an accident. And so I kind of hold my lyre down and then take the last few steps. And then because I was in the fencing club, my step as my last, like little steps as I'm a few feet away, I just do one of the lunge and the ha like that, just right into the guy, and I just kind of go ha like however it's supposed to sound.
However it's supposed to sound.
On guard.
There's probably a French word. I feel like in the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan. I want to say that she went Ella.
Something like that. Definitely not.
We're making it that. Yeah.
So that's what she does.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Well, and
you have advantage.
And it's an auto crit if it hits because he's
I
paralyzed.
guess that doesn't
Yeah.
matter then.
So,
You just
yeah.
automatically
Right.
crit. Double.
Ah!
I'm just gonna call the
It was
campaign.
textbook. It was a textbook, lunge, arm out straight, deep lunge with the heels.
Perfect form.
Yes,
Perfect
perfect form. Right in the heart.
Nik-Nak holds up a 10 out of the bush.
Little number 10 sign pops out of the bush over behind you.
All right. If I re-roll, it's not take the higher, it's take the re-roll.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna leave it then. 18 of piercing damage.
He is looking
yes, yeah.
rough.
Get him.
And that's it.
Alright. Those two folks are very, very dead. So now it's Baby Mama's turn, just kind of looks up at you, Zakkai. Doesn't have.
A blurry hand just kind of waves at her.
How many
Dust
fingers do you
cloud,
see?
Pigpen.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have a concentration ring on me too for a whole person.
Here, pass it on to Mike, like I did.
Mm.
Alright. This woman is gonna try. Just kind of looks up at you and gonna quickly put her hands together and make a few different symbols, and her fingers just blur faster and faster. She does it before she kind of releases them, and her hands stop moving, but the fingers almost keep the blur still there, and she sends it at you. She's gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern. Please make a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Actually,
Is there
I'm gonna need.
anyone that can see?
Yes, it's gonna be Zakkai, Harmony, Sledgehog, and her ally will all have to make wisdom saving throws.
And your spiritual weapon. I don't know.
The knitting needles just spin in a circle.
Not me. They're
Not
dropping
you, no.
stitches.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's directing it.
Okay.
You're not seeing the pattern.
So it's not like
Yeah.
yes, it's
Go to jail.
It's a
Can't use this anymore.
weirdly it's a cube.
but she's firing
So
towards.
she's setting it the orientation to be in front of her.
Turn triangles into squares.
But Zakkai,
Geometry. 11.
11. Harmony,
15.
15. Sledgehog,
2.
2.
It's not the wisest
Does the bush
mechanical objects.
provide cover?
You get half cover from bush.
I'm fine.
It's bad. Anyone roll below a 14?
Sledgehog.
Everybody? Or just the two?
I
No,
have 15.
you 15. So Zakkai, Sledgehog, and her ally are all hypnotized by hypnotic pattern. You're charmed and incapacitated.
He's incapacitated and paralyzed.
Damn. Rough day.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Day for
cast
bandit.
that and kind of see that you're hypnotized. She waves a hand at you before realizing that, and then she's gonna scramble up and try to move.
Do I get an opportunity to?
You do.
Cut her feet off.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing.
No, take out the Achilles.
Roll the hit.
I think that's going to hit 14.
14 hits.
Does it? Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Baby Mama is not as armored up as these other bandits. She's still got just the
9 points of slashing damage.
Not quite enough to take feet off, but you do kind of give her a good slash as she gets away. She moves. She doesn't have any other actions. All she's going to do is just keep on heading that way. Nik-Nak, you're up with Basil on deck.
All right. Nik-Nak's gonna walk out of the bush and just be like with his gun, like smacking it, like, I don't know. He'll look over at him. Sometimes these things happen, and then he'll just point it up at the guy and go, "We got Harmony," and he'll take a shot at him, and hopefully, I'm not using this dice. Fuck that shit. Okay, so that's actually a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Sweet. Okay. So
And I do believe he
Still-
has to make a strength save.
yes, and I do. So.
And you have to.
Oh, jeez. No.
He rolled a 13.
I rolled a 4. I can't remember what he needs. Oh, he fails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we both fail. So he'll go, watch out, Harmony.
You shoot back, or and the guy shoot
Back into the bush. But he will take an extra D6.
And it's a auto crit because he's
And it's an
still.
auto crit. Okay, great.
Still paralyzed.
So I can double these dice, right?
Oh, I didn't even need my 20.
I know, but it was cool
But
that
it
you
was
did
awesome.
anyway.
2.
Good.
Okay, so 20 points of piercing and 6 points of thunder damage, I believe.
Show us how it's done.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he'll just basically what I said. He'll go up and be like, I think I fixed it. Hold on, and he'll just hold it up to like I don't know his hip or something because he's so short. And he'll
Kneecap.
yeah. No, it's actually better. Yeah, he'll hold it up to he'll hold it up to his kneecaps. It'll go through both of them, and his legs will essentially fall off.
Does he still fly backwards into Zakkai?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Does the feet do or something?
Both legs.
It just like bounces off my back.
How far is he pushed back?
I'll say that there's
10 feet.
there's boots and up to knees remain, and the top part is actually what kind of like is blasted out that way.
I wanted to say he like.
Well, that
falls
would- that would
down
also be my
and
whole
then
person,
down
too.
into it.
Yeah, just
You
the
get
top.
it.
Is
Yeah.
like the ropes holding him up like a puppet.
Yeah.
Both y'all are in the splash zone.
I definitely fixed it.
You hear from the bush back there.
So we're just covered in gore now.
Yes.
And Anara
He
kind of
like,
already was.
fell
too.
down here, so
Yeah.
like we got like covered body.
And I'm still just.
And then I guess does Sledgehog can he make like a save or anything on his turn? Or is he just
1 second. Hypnotic pattern. Oh, she also needs some concentration.
Does she need to make a save?
She
For
does,
the
as you just hit
opportunity.
her.
She needs to make a 10.
She succeeds. Nope, his hypnotic pattern lasts until her concentration is broken.
So, no save.
got it? So Sledgehog will just start sparking.
Amazing. Basil, you are up with Tem on deck.
Having the guy in front of me basically like cleaved in half by Anara, and like blood being kind of covered. Some of the blood will kind of sip into my hag scissors, and I will get the 5 points of healing from my hexblade curse. And then as Anara Flash of the Winds pass through me, my scarf is going to continuously blow in that direction that Anara kept going. And then I will activate my Scarf of Fleetwood, doubling my movement speed up to 60, enough for me to 1, 2, 7, 8, which I think get all the way up to there because I think it's 55.
Does climbing up? What does,
Oh yeah, is that?
You said it's like
anything
We
else
got
to get
that
there?
hop, right?
I was gonna say with
That is a bonus action to
Oh.
activate the scarf thing to double the movement speed.
oh, but you have the
The hang on hop is a bonus
It's a
action
bonus action.
to activate as well.
Oh, okay.
What's your normal jump? Could you just jump while running? To like
But to get the double movement speed, you have to use bonus action.
Correct. Yeah.
But you still
Um,
should
So you
be.
can't do both.
Oh.
You know what?
you can't
That's
It's a
do it.
lot cooler if you get there, so you do.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping to try to just be useful and just like almost take the end of the scissors and like sweep his leg as he's running away, as my attack.
Yeah, roll the hit.
Ooh, that's roll a hit. Oh god. Overzealous thinking I was gonna get the hit already. That's a 19 to hit.
19, that hits.
And then get the leg. I'll re-roll that 2. So that is 7. So that is 11 slashing. To sweep the leg with the hook and just to try to trip him. Can't get away from me.
Definitely trips her up a little bit. She's still going. Anything else?
No, that's everything. As I'm just trying to spark up and just.
Tim, you're up.
Okay. Seeing this woman running away, Tim's going to cast Guiding Bolt and try and hit her.
Roll the hit.
Um, 16.
16, that hits.
Awesome. It's gonna be how many? 4 of these. So that's gonna be 14 radiant, and then I have my little bell, so I'm gonna just use expend that. So and then 4 and plus 8 more radiant damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
8 more.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Yeah. For,
Tim shows up.
he has been garroted. He has been
Rough night.
Shield bash to the face. He has been fire blasted from apparently an ally. Tim's mad. It is just like a real like he's accessing that like elephantine like and it's just like as he like casts it from his staff, he's like punching after it too. He's just like, and it's just like a real like dense, like knotted up, not even like nice ball of yarn, just like knots and knots and knots. As it smacks her in the side of the head and like burns off half of her hair as she falls over.
Throws it forward. Kind of like falls out and you feel a bit further away from it. You are no longer.
Yes, no, I was just exactly as mad as that.
God!
Babies.
Now I
Is
don't.
everybody okay?
Come on!
I don't want to point any fingers here, but what the fuck happened? Why did I get singed down half of my body? Where did that come
talk
from?
about how we just walked into this trap.
Someone called for help. What do you want me to
It
do?
was obviously a trap.
When someone was asking for
We're
help,
trying to do the right thing.
it was a baby.
I understand that, and clearly mistakes were made here by many. However,
It's not wrong.
Here, let me help
Is
you
that
out.
right?
Let me heal you up. Let me.
yeah,
Help you out.
just like he just sits down on the ground. He's just like,
I'll come over. It's like it's okay. It's good to let out the anger sometimes. It's okay. I'll just like massage therapy
I
him.
can't. I'm
And
tired.
I'll heal you up.
It's late.
Another 15 or 10 hit points. What do you need?
I mean, whatever you want to give me.
Yeah, I'll give you a nice tenner.
Great.
Maybe we should just.
I get right into the
Stop
ears as
and
I got
rest.
an ear massage.
Thank you.
A rest?
I would. There's gore right here. The rest of that. Do they have anything on them?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna put down my
Next
hood
is
and like
stealthily.
shake off the extra sand.
Nik-Nak's gonna stealthily come out of the bush. And
Wait! Where did you come from?
I was in the bush.
That is a 4 for investigation.
A good place to hide.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Oh,
You guys don't know what an
are you
ambush is.
searching all of them or just
I'm
one
just
of them?
searching.
It's good with the
I'll
bush.
go
Yeah.
back and do the
Oh,
first
okay.
guy or
I'll look
whatever.
at this guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Check him out.
I'm gonna take the garrote wire
Don't mind anything. Don't mind anything.
11.
Just gore and blood.
12.
Good shot, Nik-Nak.
As you're like
Well,
kind of
one of
like trying to loot like what
Wait,
finding
was it one
belongings
shot?
and stuff.
No.
The few, if any, belongings have been utterly destroyed by the two large bladed weapons that carved into these folks. Nothing of value on these guys.
Well, it doesn't look like they're Tartarucci. I think that it was just some bandits on the road. You know how they do.
Bandits.
Just some bad guys.
How they do is awful.
Well,
Well,
maybe
he survived.
maybe next time we should listen to Anara a little bit more. She is really good at
Everything, it
knowing
looks
if
like.
people are nearby. I know we should help people, but maybe just a pause for just a second before we
Trust but verify.
yeah.
Help the right people.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to know sometimes?
Well, I think the
Your comrade's saying, hey, wait a second. I see other people waiting for us. This is probably a trap.
right.
One way
down.
of knowing.
The benefit of working in a group is that we all have different strengths, and Anara
One of my strengths is diving in and helping people as soon as they need it.
and
What if that?
we
what if
all
that 5
appreciate
seconds
how
saves someone's
courageous you
It
are.
was
I
very
could have
brave.
got fallen down a hole again. Well, we kind of did.
life?
I think next time we should all just be in the bush.
I like that plan.
Sorry,
I mean,
Tim,
it's like a.
by the way. Sometimes these things go haywire.
You gotta do a tune-up on it or something.
I'll work on that tonight.
Well, it's almost dawn. Do we rest or do we move on? How are people feeling?
I'm okay, but
I mean, I'm
too.
tired and very spent, but I can manage if we want.
My electricity is like going. Zoo, zoo. It's like I can kind of keep going, but I'm tired.
I'll take out the map, the scroll, and see how close we've gotten to the edge of the Lost Woods.
You're still maybe a couple days away.
Because our plan was to try and catch up with that car.
Yeah,
it's
that
true.
we saw.
Right.
So I don't know if we want to keep
Yeah.
moving.
Well,
just
we did
even though
know
we're-
from the information that we gathered on the road that they were only a day ahead of
Yeah.
us, I think.
So,
So
if
we still have
And they're moving at a
another-
cart's pace.
So maybe I'd afford to take a rest and still catch up with them before they get to the last word. Maybe?
I think we.
Do we
Yeah,
wanna rest
if
for
we
a little
still
bit,
have
or
a
do we
few
wanna do the
days,
whole-
they're only a day ahead, and we're about 3 days away from the edge of the woods. Then maybe we rest so people can heal up a little bit, and we'll just walk really fast tomorrow.
And they
This
probably
might
have to
be
rest
a
too.
good spot to-
Yeah,
to
people-
rest. Also, there's a pit. You
Yeah.
can guard the exits and entrances.
Offers us some sort of
maybe some
cover.
Some cover.
The likelihood of other bandits coming to this exact same spot is probably low.
Especially
Maybe.
if we
These
leave
guys
the
probably call
bodies.
dibs.
Yeah.
We can leave the bodies and scare people off.
So rest, then move.
Sure. Yeah.
I think a plan.
I can
That
take
would be
some more.
appreciated.
I can watch first if I'm feeling okay, so I can watch first if anyone needs to lay down right now.
I feel
Tim
alright.
just
Okay.
lays on the ground.
I'll,
I'm like,
I'll
Okay.
join in one or other of the watches as well.
okay.
Awesome.
Take it
Whoever's giving me first watch, give me a perception check.
I'll let you.
Is that-
Yeah, but I'll say like, you spotted the bandits earlier. Can you show me how to properly, take a watch and make sure I'm looking at the right places and everything?
Yes, it's some of it is instinct. It's if you were going to try and hide, where would you hide? And all the senses, smell, like Tam, pointing over at Tam's snoring.
Tim's
body.
asleep. Yeah, fully just zonked.
Way back in Port Elsewhere, Zakkai and I were behind him. He knew we were there because he uses all the senses. So hearing, and that's a 21.
Right there!
You immediately whip around and there's like a little squirrel. Just scampers off.
So
always
bad.
gotta be ready.
I saw it.
Oh, thank you.
With that perception check, you're kind of able to spend the evening doing exactly that, kind of giving Harmony a quick little
just sort
lesson
of
on-
scouting,
Yeah.
what to be aware of, like fieldcraft.
Absolutely. But during that time, the evening goes by uninterrupted and peacefully. Anything that you wanted to do or say during the
Just-
time everybody else is resting?
During the time when I'm resting, I mean, we can. There's a point at which we're taking a long rest, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
rest for 8 hours.
That's a great.
At some point, I would do the trancing, but
Mhm.
other than that, nothing like. So this necklace that you have,
Mm-hmm.
the other individual we met was following us. We tried to misdirect him. He seemed.
Yeah.
Do you know why he's interested in this?
I don't know. He didn't even, I guess, seem interested. He seemed more afraid of it, but I don't know why that would be.
Gift from your mother, you said.
Yeah, and it allows me to talk to her sometimes, but
You still.
That's
know your
all it
mother?
does.
Where is she?
well, she's in hell, but she's stuck there.
What is hell?
Well, is that what it was? I mean, Avernus is like one of the layers, right?
Yeah.
Or so it's still like the hells.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still the nine hells and everything. But you do know your mother is in
Yeah.
Avernus. She's in that layer.
Well, she's been trapped in Avernus for a really long time. You can't really just like leave. So this is the only way that I have to talk to her at all.
But you were you there before?
Oh, well, I was born there, but I didn't stay there. My father took me back to the material plane, to here, to his home, and
So you
that's
can,
where I grew up.
You can leave, and your father could leave, but your mother knows.
No, I don't think they had to really plan a way to get him out with me. I don't think that there's really any easy way to just travel between. They keep it pretty secure. You can tell the Kiln doesn't want to go back. It
He
seems.
also must have escaped this place. Also, is that
Well,
what you think?
he said that he was sent, I guess. Right? He was sent to do some sort of mission or
Paid
find
to
something, some sort of mercenary
Soka.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you can only leave if they let you leave. And you obviously he seems very scared that he'll get caught and sent back. I guess just maybe being close to anything related to Avernus scared him off. But I mean, the necklace can't do anything to him. I can't even use it myself. It's kind of just a one way.
Your mother can talk to you, but not.
Well, I can talk. I can talk back once she's contacted me, but it's not. She doesn't have a chance to do it very often.
She must be very
she's
proud
working
of
most
you.
of the time, so
Being such a good student.
she is. Well, yeah. She doesn't know I'm a bard, but that's okay. She'll be proud once I
You don't think
graduate.
she would be proud of your performance and.
Oh, of
Storytelling?
course she would. She just She just really always wanted me to be a warlock, and that just didn't feel right to me.
Oh.
And then one time in the beginning of school, I had started warlock classes.
You can tell that Anara has no idea what a warlock is. Like,
Could I try? Could I insight? Just yeah. I'm like, will I
there's no
keep?
deception at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Just like,
Or to be like, do I pick it up, or am I just like, well, let me
Just
blah blah blah.
steamrolling,
Yeah. 18. So I maybe tell that you're like,
yeah, she's not trying to deceive or anything.
Yeah.
Like she.
There's
There's
like-
like see her this moment where you can tell that there's a lot of stuff she doesn't seem to really know.
There's a genuine interest there with Anara.
Yeah.
But you sort of hit a wall in terms of understanding.
Yeah.
Curiosity, but not understanding.
I mean, it's really just more a matter of, where your magic comes from, and so for warlocks, it comes from a patron. So you can really only use your magic as long as some otherworldly creature who gifts part of their magic to you allows you to keep using it.
So you're a servant of this.
Well, that's how it sounds to me, right? Like that doesn't sound very fun. I mean, I want to have magic and shape it how I want to, and I don't want
It's unfortunate.
Right. What if they wanted me to do something bad, and then if I didn't do it, they took all my magic away? Anyways, so she wanted me to be a warlock, and so I started that, and then I was walking down the hallway one day, and I heard one of the bard classes, and it just sounded
This is
so
the
fun.
musical instruments and the music and the
Yeah,
song.
or poetry, or some people do more like a spoken word. It's not my thing. I really like, more of a classical. I like a lyre, a stringed instrument. But any sound really.
This magic
Do
you
it.
have, it affects people. Like in that last fight, every strike was true.
Yeah, I think the way I imagine it is that I kind of take a little piece of, the magic and I want it to guide your hand almost, and I kind of, craft it with that intention, and it holds on to you for a time as long as I'm kind of, continuing to direct it, and it
It just felt like
makes-
that when I was kicking him. There was no way he was going to get out of the way.
Wow, oh, that's great. I'm glad that it worked
That was
so
very
well.
helpful, thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually I would love to just be able to make up my own spells. They kind of teach us in a very sort of structured way, and that's great to learn. And you have to master the basics and more complicated spells, but why should I be limited to just what other people have already invented?
Oh, it's good. Where I am from, in the monastery, our lessons are not interesting. It's
I'm so sorry.
copying, but they made me write really well. But it's just in the service of copying the law, and they don't even tell you what it is.
No
It's
chance
secret.
to explore your creativity.
No, not at all. It's following the rules.
Mm.
But they taught me how to use this and point to the sword and my bow, and I can look after myself. But magic is a mystery to me.
Sometimes I took some sword classes, and
Yeah.
a few fencing
Yes.
classes, just a little, just so I knew the basics. But there are some things where it's important to know the structures and follow the rules. You have to know the rules before you can break the rules. And maybe just a little bit.
Once in a while.
Once in a
Feels
while.
good to break
So yeah, my mom doesn't know I'm a bard yet. But I think once she sees what I can do, she'll be really proud of me.
Sure. Do you hope to see her again? Sometime?
Well, yeah, eventually. I don't know how that would ever happen, but eventually I would like to find my own way to bring her back here. I mean, that's
Away from this place that she lived.
yeah. I wanna rescue her, but that's got to be a very long way off. I mean, I would need to master interplanar travel.
See, like-
many types of cloaking and warding
Shining
and
light,
abjuration.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds very difficult.
It would be quite complex. I would probably need some help.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know, Tam is very, very clever. And Nik-Nak too, very clever. Maybe they would help with all the, the intellectual stuff.
oh well, and snoring.
Yeah, the two loudest snorers over in one corner.
But I would always need someone very capable of guarding my back.
Oh yeah, always. I'm good at that.
But anyways, that's a long way off. I would need to learn a lot more before I could start to put some sort of rescue plan together. But that's the goal.
Well, we have capable people.
As like my foot just like digging into the earth, like robot legs, just slowly digging a hole as I'm like sleeping in a circle.
Zakkai's in a pile of dirt. Yeah. I kind of look back and we'll get there. We'll get there.
So,
We're only just beginning.
I think it's maybe one of their watches now. So
Yeah. I think Zakkai said he would watch. And I'm gonna take like a little like pebble or something and try to like see if I can like get it in your mouth or something. I don't know, like
Do you make it in?
I don't know.
Give me a slight handshake.
Oh. 21.
Yeah.
oh, just in time, you woke up.
I spit my projectile pebble out.
What the
It's your turn.
Yeah. Did you meditate?
What are you talking
now?
about?
And then she'll get up and walk to a spot and sit down cross-legged.
I just walk. Oh, you're awake.
That's
and
weird.
then sit down, eyes completely open, but like.
I hate when she does that.
Is anyone watching with you?
I'll put it.
Yeah.
I think Nik-Nak was gonna join me. I'll like.
Oh, okay.
Hey, hey! It's our turn. It's our turn.
Oh, already?
Did you wake up with any pebbles in your mouth?
No, but I have before.
All right, maybe that's just a thing. All right.
I'm just I'm pumping my little pillow and. Right. Wake us up if you hear anything.
Yeah, sure thing. Have a good sleep.
Whoever wants to can make a perception check.
I've got pretty decent perception.
I like to think that there's
Should
some
we
way
roll?
that I.
Can we
Do we
should
both, or is
both,
it one?
You can either both roll or one can roll with advantage.
I like to think that there's some way that I can do like a 10-20 minute like a sleep timer on like a very gentle like lyre strumming tune to fall asleep to.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like super small. It's like one of my little inspiration motes maybe just kind of floats around me until I fall asleep and then it goes.
I love it.
Cute.
I love that. 14.
14. Your watch passes relatively uneventful. Every once in a while, you do hear a little like snap of like a twig cracking in the wind. You both kind of like whip around and like Nick has the gun out. Another just like
Watch out with that thing.
owl in the tree or a squirrel on the ground. Nothing happens this evening. Anything that you guys want to do, accomplish, say?
Yeah, I was actually gonna try and work on something.
Yeah.
Zakkai, do you mind helping me out with something?
No, not at all.
Cool. He'll take out 8 pieces of silver, and he'll open up Sledgehog and get out his. I guess this would be like a smith's toolkit. So he'll take that out, and there'll be like couple metal files, and he'll pass one to Zakkai. Just here's 8 silver pieces. If you could just filing them down until whatever insignia I guess would be on them
Sure.
is gone. I just need them kind of blank and pretty thin. Too.
No, I've done this before.
Oh, great.
So we're gonna spend a little bit of time like filing it down.
Filing coins down.
So, how did you and Anara meet?
We were just traveling separately, and we found each other. She was pretty gnarly with the blade, so
Yeah, she can also kick someone to death.
yeah. I checked out that body after the fight. It was brutal.
Just mush.
Just mush.
Just mush.
There, barely any bones. Barely any bones.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. It was actually kind of frightening from my vantage point in the bush.
Yeah, she's actually a very scary. Why were you in the bush?
Why weren't any of you in the bush?
I didn't have a bush readily available. I was in the pit.
The first rule is always find a good ambush spot so you can jump out and get the jump on.
Well, I didn't really
I'm
expect.
talking in his sleep.
I mean, I was just really focused on saving that.
No, I get it. I get it. Just, it's like those situations where people are asking so much of someone and using a baby or something as like, oh, help my baby. It's probably not really. If it is real baby, I mean, that's one thing, but you need to look more careful next time. I mean, I accidentally shot Tem, so we're not all without blame.
I missed that part.
I wish I did.
I'm sure he wished you did too. I know a lot of people are gonna think it's stupid to just rush in, but I've helped a lot of people doing things the way that I do. Back home, not a lot of people were watching each other's backs. But acting fast and immediately without thinking, without planning, sometimes that saves a life. And I'm never, ever gonna hold myself back from helping people.
I get it. I mean, I understand that. If anyone ever tried to make a mess of any of the clutch back home, I would do anything I could to stop that.
The clutch, is that your family?
It's the eggs.
The eggs?
The kobold eggs.
Oh, you guys lay eggs?
Yeah.
Whoa. Can
Yeah.
you lay eggs?
No.
No. Okay.
But
Wrong.
something like that.
Yeah.
But there's some eggs back home, and I worry about them sometimes.
Are you responsible for taking care of?
We all are, really. Everybody's got to watch the clutch every once in a while.
So, do you get along pretty well with your community?
Like half of them.
Is that because of a divide, or just a lot of, a lot of fighting with each other?
It's a difference of opinion, sort of socio-politically.
Oh.
The kobolds back home don't really like me, but it's because they don't understand what I'm trying to do for them. And then the kobolds that are my friends are kind of like me. They can't really go back to the tunnels, so they're somewhere else. I know it's a little cagey, but
No, I get it. You don't have to. We've all got our stories, But I haven't known you long. But despite all your chaos, you've got good intentions usually. So I'm not sure what those other kobolds stand for, but I'm sure they're wrong.
they're just backwards thinking. Whereas I'm trying to innovate and move forward and bring kobolds into a better standing amongst their own people. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm working on something that will help them take back their own destiny, essentially.
It's really noble.
It's necessary in my eyes.
Sometimes it can be both.
That's true. Are you done?
Yeah, I finished.
Well, just I'll gather them all up. And I was like, you can watch. if you want.
Yeah, I'm wondering what you're doing.
I'm making something that I think will actually work between Anara and me. I've seen her punch and kick things to death, so yeah, I'll show you in a sec. So I will take out like something that I can like ding, 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 like make indentations and like designs in all of these coins, and for every one coin that I'll do almost like an alchemical symbol, and I'll like under my breath as I do like slowly kind of chant in kobold as if I'm like casting magic, and every time as I like hit the thing, it'll just a little like thing of light will go into the coin, and another coin will have the exact same symbol. So there will be one symbol and I'll be like, this one is like almost like correspondence. And then I'll do another. This one is like conductivity, and then I'll so on and so forth, relating each coin to each other. And then when I'm done, I will essentially like put them on my whatever glove that I'm wearing on each one. So I have 4 and 4 on my knuckles, and I'll put the other ones like in front of Zakkai, and then I'll be like, okay, I think this will work. If we're close enough. What? And I'll like crash my hands together and make sparks on the silver pieces. Yeah. And as these spark, all of the ones that are in front of him will like jump like little jumping beans and spark themselves.
That's cool.
It worked. That's cool. How? What else can you do with them?
Well, as long as we're close enough together, I can manipulate the connectivity and the kinetic energy that's within it to create an electrical surge. And if Anara is wearing these, with her natural ability to punch things, she'll be able to do maybe a little bit more of the significant amount of damage. As long as I'm also charging these up. And every time I hit, they'll just on the ground.
That's excellent. That's ingenious.
Yeah. You have to have a close enough bond. See, the magic is tied to each coin, and there's other factors that go into it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna like start walking away. Can you still do it?
Careful with your fingers.
Okay,
hold on. Yeah, we'll start. This is actually right. No, we need to test
Okay.
this. Okay, 5 more feet. 5 more feet.
Okay, 5 more feet.
Yes!
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, 5 more.
I just keep switching fingers. Like,
Yeah. So we'll just keep going until the distance is too great to like figure out how far.
Eventually, you kind of are able to determine that's I think it's a good, like, what is it, 15, 20 feet?
I think so. I don't have my card. I'm gonna have to guess. Yeah.
Roughly about that. When you get further enough away, you start like sparking at it, and
10
just
feet.
not-
10 feet.
10 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'll just back up
only
like
a couple
twice.
feet.
Yeah.
Another foot.
They're pretty close. Pretty close.
okay. Yeah, then
But
that's
you know, it's complicated magic that needs to.
more than I can understand. I'm gonna put that back.
All right. Well,
You're full of surprises, aren't you?
I'm trying. You know, I don't know. Maybe someday I can make something that will help all of you out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't seem like anything's happening. No babies.
No babies this time. You never know. They'd be hiding in the bush.
Yeah. Let's just not trust anyone who's in a pit anymore.
But sometimes people are innocently falling in. And
We'll give them a ladder. I could probably make one pretty quickly.
yeah, you're good at tying knots,
Yeah.
or is it like magically? What do you?
Well, I do actually have, that magical rope, but that
Mm.
I need to refresh that, actually. Oh, actually, there might be something that I can do for you.
Oh,
I would like to drop my artificer infusion that's on my shield that gives me a +1 to my defense, and I would like to do that for Zakkai's armor.
Oh.
So I will give you my artificer infusion.
oh my god, that's sick.
So what armor are you wearing?
Leather.
Leather. Okay.
Yeah, pretty simple.
So I'll take his leather armor.
Pretty conductive.
And do sort of the same thing on the
Leather
inside
harness.
of it. I'll do the
A leather
same
belt.
thing with like the metal.
It's a jock.
I'll chant and I'll chant like an alchemical symbol into the inside of your armor. And go, here you go.
Oh, okay.
Should be a little bit more robust now.
I put my belts back on. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I feel tougher already.
Yeah. So I don't know how you would do that, but you can add a +1 to
Yeah.
your.
Can I edit
I
this
think
to
you
make
just-
it?
I think you just edit the armored class itself.
Can I?
like override?
You can
Unless
yeah,
there's like an
some
item.
Additional
Right, AC.
magical.
So I guess my AC would come down to 18.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
If you ever need it back.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Well, thank you.
Of course. You never really wear anything.
It makes me faster.
No, I get
One
it.
more slip.
No, it's great.
Well, I've got your back out there.
You too. Just maybe I need to like aim away from other people.
Yeah. I mean, I gathered that on that last blast you did.
I'm used to fighting with kobolds. We're much smaller, and Tem is very large.
He is very big.
Very big.
Yeah, I'm worried he's gonna be a bit of target. We have to watch out for him.
We do. I mean, he's also very impressive. I mean, I've seen people be torn to shreds, no pun intended.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have expected it from a cleric like that, but
Yeah, he's very gentle until he's not.
until he's not, until you piss him off, I guess. Remind me not to piss him off.
I'll need to get him some yarn or something.
Like a
I think
gift.
he would like that. Like, sorry for shooting you. Here's some yarn.
Yeah, I think he would actually.
Yeah, I'd like to give.
Where are we gonna find yarn?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just take yarn from him and then give it back.
That's a good idea. Maybe find a yarn that
Like
like it's on the
something-
bottom of his.
Yeah,
back.
something
You
you
know,
probably
he
forgot
forgot
about.
it.
Yeah, I'll like
That's a good idea.
roll it in some dirt so it looks like I found it somewhere.
There you go. We found it on a bandit.
This is perfect.
I think he's gonna forget you.
I'm not gonna look through his bag right now.
Well, I was gonna say, did you go steal from yard?
Actually, you know what? I'll take a look.
All right.
Take a look.
Stealth check real quick. I'll give you advantage. He's
Okay.
asleep.
Nice.
He's pretty out.
What a day for Tem.
Tem's big day out.
Chaos characters.
Stealth?
Be chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14.
14. Tem, what is your passive perception?
Tem's asleep.
All right.
There's no way. After what has happened to him, the outburst of emotional energy, he is mentally and physically exhausted. He is done. Yeah.
You do that. You 100% like scurry and sneak up, trying to be as like stealthy as possible. But as you get up to Tim, and you kind of like rifle through his bag and unbuckle it, you even the little like tiny tick of the latch kind of coming undone, you like wince a little bit and look over. Tim is out. I mean,
Anara staring right at you. Not reacting.
Are you awake?
That's just still.
Is she awake?
Kind of.
What do you mean?
She's not gonna move, but she's aware.
Can she see what I'm doing?
Yeah. But don't worry,
I'll put her away. I'm scared of Anara. And I'm just seeing what she did.
I swear.
Anara, when you properly act like a normal person.
What?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I thought you weren't gonna react to me.
I'm trying to rest.
Did you catch anything?
Nothing important.
Have a good rest.
I might have something for you when you wake up.
I don't sleep the same way Tam does.
Oh.
It's difficult for me to sleep, so I just rest. I can't switch off. So I hear, I see, just don't get involved.
That sounds awful.
It is. the way I live now. But carry on. We'll talk in the morning.
All right.
And I go still again.
Have a good.
Still staring right at
Have a
you.
good stare. I'm gonna have to make her some glasses. I guess that's all.
Yeah.
Amazing. Rest of the evening goes by without, or rather, the morning goes by without any event now. So you kind of like slept through the end of the evening and into the early morning. Eventually, a little bit before noon is about the time where everyone can get a long rest in. You can go ahead and put in long rest, choose any spells if you need to.
I did that already.
Can you just manipulate your AC like that?
There is a spot
Yeah,
that you can just
override.
add any
Yeah.
adjustment.
Oh, you can do it.
Yeah, if you go under customize.
And it's like magical override or something like that.
Yeah,
You should
there's-
do. But you just remove the.
I'm just gonna put it in
Infusion.
as 18.
No,
Oh yeah, you're
yeah,
right. I
just
can just
remove
take
the
the infusion off. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because then, in which case, it'll open up an infusion slot for you. Or
It
no,
won't
no,
technically.
it won't.
I'll just remove the infusion.
Alright.
Rise and shine, everybody.
Tem like bloodshot eyes still. He's fell asleep with his monocle in, so it pops out and there's like a ring around both. It's like, ugh.
Looking good, Tem.
A soft little tinkling comes from my, and I just go, ah.
I feel like I got hit by a cart.
Well, you look great.
It was a bullet.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's, you know what? We're moving forward.
That's what I like to hear.
It was nice that you let out some of that at the end though. It feels good sometimes.
I don't like that. It's not, that's not me. That's not what I am about, you know. I don't even like hurting people. Clearly these were ill-intentioned folk. They were deceiving. Other people would have been injured from it if we weren't the ones. So I understand, but it's such an antithesis of to who I am as a person. So I appreciate, but it's something I struggle with.
I mean, my sister used to say hurting is a different way of kind of protecting someone. So I mean, we're all safe now. So
It's true. I didn't want any harm to come to anyone, and so that's fine. It's just
A little emotional hangover today.
yeah. One of my main motivations in life is to try and help others understand where other people are coming from, to avoid the miscommunication and conflict that comes with that, and just going and fighting doesn't lead to anything resolving itself truly, unless in death.
To be fair, they exploded a baby on us.
No, it's true. They
Yeah.
did. That was a bit uncouth.
A bit.
a bit what?
Not good.
No.
Okay. Anyways, feeling better. The big old crack of his elephant neck. Well, we got a cart to catch up to, right?
Now we got some ground to cover.
Yeah.
Double time.
Let's move quickly.
All right, and I'll take out the map. We've got the orb is programmed to the
It is-
hideout mark on the map.
It is headed towards
Downtown.
Downtown. Okay. Which was a little bit north of kind of where.
When you wake up, Harmony, you definitely have to.
I had to sleep with my backpack
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You wake up a few inches
Drag you.
as it throughout the night, just very slowly, just was able to pull you a couple inches, but you got it. And whenever you pull that backpack, there is a little bit of extra tug as it tries to. The ball inside is trying to pull its way that way.
Well, it feels like we're going in the right direction. All right, let's catch that cart.
Yes.
Put my little shoulder
Let's do
strap
it.
on. Reattach my bag. I'm ready to go.
As we move along, I'm gonna call over. Anara,
Yes.
come on over here. I want to show you something.
I need to be scouting ahead. Oh wait, no, Harmony.
I I can watch. I'll like walk up to the front.
I'll go with it.
Anara was giving me some tips last night.
Imagine.
So
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know what to look for now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the
so-
shiny new thing you made?
Here, and I'll hand you the 8 shaved down coins that now have like symbols on them.
What is he?
You have those wraps on your hand, right?
Yes.
Slip them onto your knuckles. They're really thin, so they should be.
Slide them
You can kind of like
into the
slip them between the.
into the kind of ribbons and bandages. Then. Oh yes, they stay.
Oh, okay. I got them too.
Oh,
Yeah. So
what do I have to do?
So if we're walking along, if there's like either a tree or what looks to be some sort of like a rock that maybe not be like so hard, like granite.
Careful, it might be a baby.
Tap the rock. I think it's not a baby.
Yeah, you guys need to figure out when baby versus farm.
We'll keep a lookout, and then I'm watching Higher Harmony and be like, okay, I'm gonna join the lesson of just.
So check this out. Ready?
Yeah.
Put your fists up. Right?
And your fist kind of spark a little bit.
Do I have to?
No. Only I have to do that. And your fist should just be like, okay, ready?
Yeah.
Punch that rock.
There's there's resistance. You're punching a rock, but as the kind of like
punched rocks before.
yeah, it's true. As your kind of like knuckles and the bits of silver make contact, there is like a sharp, like very like bright kind of flint spark, kind of bright light kind of hits
This
as
is excellent.
Yeah. Just, I mean, if next time it sounds like a person, I have to be very close to you because I have to do the whole charge thing. But if I'm close to you, and
Close enough, like within
10-ish feet,
10 feet.
yeah. I think that's about as far as.
Attack more powerful.
Yeah,
This is excellent.
yeah. I thought, you know,
there are
your
no more
punch.
bandits with babies.
Well,
Because if they are, they're not going to have a good time.
no, it'd be the perfect test.
Just.
Real life simulation for
This is
it.
wonderful. Thank you, Nik-Nak.
You're welcome. I just figured, you know, anything to boost all of us.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Well,
Thank you.
can't wait to actually see it in action.
Yeah.
So Anara said you had to use all your senses with scouting. So like,
Mhm.
how do you use taste? Did you cover that part?
Well,
The dirt. Taste the dirt.
Oh.
you know, it's a little more that could work. Or in like a almost more of like a poetic sort of way. You know, when you're very sort of like a heroic poem or something, and you can just taste something on the wind, kind of like that.
My scarf just like, as you say,
And you know,
the
taste
hero.
and smell are very closely linked, so it's kind of along those lines.
Okay.
Or you just like open your mouth when you're smelling something; it'll boost it a little.
Just taste the air. Just
Yeah. Or like when you
That's really
smell
good.
a fresh
Really good.
carrot and you can almost taste what it would taste like.
Harmony suddenly, as in the middle of this conversation, feels some hot breath on the side of her face as Tem's trunk just kind of goes like, we're like talking about smelling.
Yeah, actually.
smell for carrots. Are there any around?
Well, Anara was giving me some tips last night for like keeping watch and scouting and stuff, and she mentioned how her and Zakkai had followed you, but you knew that they were right behind you because you smelled them.
Oh, they reeked.
You probably smelled Zakkai.
Hey.
It was, with all due respect, it was quite musky.
Well, had no complaints before. So.
Hey, not gonna yuck anyone's yum.
Well, and we'll always know where you are, so it's a win-win. So, and then you also just Cobra, and then you want to imagine if you were the bad guy, where would you hide and wait for us? And maybe behind that rock. Let's check behind that rock.
You see Anara run up to the rock, punch it.
Got it.
Good. That's good. Yeah, 10 feet. Yeah, you have to. So I go very quickly.
I'll try to keep up.
Yes, good.
Maybe I can just
Y'all
like,
doing all right?
yeah, you all were eating dirt.
Yeah.
I'm not-
Zakkai.
I wasn't.
He's fantastic.
It was Anara's tracking lesson.
Did you tell them to eat dirt?
Oh no.
She said to use all the senses, right?
Oh, I don't taste
Well-
anything.
What?
Ever?
I don't have any of the. Oh, I only have some of the things.
A tear
You
rolls
don't-
down his eye. Not even carrots?
Can you?
I think
Oh,
something tasting like dirt is just a saying more than anything,
Well,
Basil.
you've had,
Although
you've had the tea I made.
dirt on cans.
Well, then you could.
Is that why
Is that it?
she's just like it's tea because she can't
Yeah.
taste it?
It's liquid. It's hot tea water.
It's hot.
It's hot leaf water. I did. I
It's
followed
just
the
it's
instructions.
simply sensation. That is it.
Yeah.
It's just
It's the ceremony.
It is a ceremony.
All Anara knows is that she's drinking hot water.
yeah, it's a hot
With stuff in
liquid.
it,
Yeah.
and That's tea.
Wow.
Yes.
That is tea.
Makes so much sense.
You know, we all perceive differently, and they were just trying out to see if that method worked for them. Did it?
Was it
Yes.
Well, good
I
for
learned
you.
a lot.
Sight and
Great.
sound, very
You'll
important.
find out about it later.
Smell, important. Taste, not so much.
It wasn't
Maybe
that
not.
bad. Maybe it'll just help digest later. That'll be fine.
Roughage.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we've all eaten dirt at some point. Right?
Yeah.
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 Happens all the time in the tunnels.
I mean,
just falls.
sure, I must have come across some.
You ever dropped like something on the ground, something kind of sticky, and you're like, it's fine.
No, I just left it on.
Carrots
Well,
and
I cleaned it up and then threw it away.
I
There's
mean,
probably some dirt.
I mean,
Face
usually,
planted, little,
usually
face planter.
the kitchen
I-
servants were cooking, so it wasn't
I
really
played
like I
inside
was
a
picking
lot as a
things
child.
up off
Kitchen
of the
servants.
floor.
Kitchen servants.
Kitchen servants.
Well,
Sorry.
Well,
but
yeah,
Tem is,
assume they-
Tem is a prince.
that's-
Well, I mean, Prince is sure, yes. Let's say
You lived in a palace.
heir
Did you live in a
to
palace?
a dynasty.
Did you live in a palace?
It was a large home. You
Was it
know,
like a castle?
palatial.
you could describe it as that.
How many bedrooms?
How many servants?
Well, if you count the East Wing, I guess, you know.
How many kitchens?
There was the one main one, but then the auxiliary, so, you know, is two.
It was a palace. It was a palace.
Let's.
Fancy
I heard of
pants.
Tim, it's okay if you grew up in a nice house.
Oh, I acknowledge my privilege. I truly do. A lot of what I do today is to try and move through all of those things and better myself for it, and not try and use it like some of my other family members might for their own advantage, which is why it didn't really come up. Anyway, suffice to say, I didn't do much dirt eating.
So
but-
Tem has never eaten dirt. I'll take a scoop of dirt.
Yeah,
Here you go.
I will eat the dirt. I'll be like, you wait.
Look how unprivileged I am. Yes.
Mm.
Woo!
Wow.
It's awful, isn't it?
We've really,
What have you learned?
you've really proved yourself to us now, Tim.
Thank you.
See, that's using all your senses.
It was minerally.
It's really not that bad.
No,
It's just
I
you don't do
wouldn't choose to eat this, but new experiences.
Did anyone
So,
else wake up with a pebble in their mouth?
Harmony.
Were you eating dirt in your sleep?
I must have been. It was strange.
Is the
I was
way
choking.
ahead safe?
It's just me.
Well, actually, I'm kind of roll just to
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll do the check.
maybe I catch something.
With advantage.
Is the way ahead
Fresh
tasty?
from the lesson.
Not distracted. Maybe
Seven.
he's distracted.
It looks wide open, not an enemy in sight, no traps, no holes in the ground, nothing on the air.
Good.
Looks
I
great.
walk confidently.
We can walk quickly and confidently.
Perfect.
Not a care in the world.
To occupy myself, I'm just gonna basically like be boomeranging my sickles through the air all the time.
Amazing.
I stopped looking so closely because I'm like, I didn't see anything. And the way ahead is great.
It is. As you 100% are super confident in that the way ahead is clear. I'll have Harmony, could you roll a d8 for me, please?
5.
This is great.
Yeah, can I have Hops help me do some like aiming like practice, like sort of like some skeet shooting, like you throw pebbles and we pull.
Sure. I just like take some off the edge of
Thank
my
God
sword,
he's
kind of
practicing.
like
That'll
hockey
test out
stick
those
it up,
adjustments he
basically.
made.
Yeah, I hope he fixed the sight on that.
Mhm.
I did. It's good now.
I mean, weirdly enough, Harmony, you, whether you knew it or not, the way ahead is indeed
I knew
clear. For your day's travel, for the rest of your journey to at least today.
Getting so good at this.
As we get toward the end of the day,
Yeah.
Anara wants to see if there are any signs of a car. I mean, is this
Yeah.
a road that's used a lot? Is this something where you'd be able to find those kind of signals, or is it, lots of traffic?
Give me a survival check.
Oh, that's in that one.
No. Just other question that relates to that and that one might require another check. Are you staying on the road or off the road again?
I think Anara's usual way of working is to be kind of up the road to the side, to the other side. I mean, it's more.
So road
So
adjacent.
Yeah.
Or like we're
road-
traveling on the road, but
Traveling-
until we get kind of
Yeah.
closer, and then we'll.
But like scouting off to the side, to the other side. It's just more like.
At one point, you kind of come back to the road to kind of check in to see if you can pick up the trail again for those. Whether it be the natural elements, the wind, or other travelers, you kind of get back to the road and see several different tracks and carts going in a couple different directions on the road. So
Not clear which one.
yeah, at the very least, you're still like, well, there's still carts passing through here.
Right.
You're just not quite sure which one of these it could have been.
And from when we encountered the people last time, they said the car we were following was about a day ahead.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll keep going.
Keep pressing on.
keep on keeping on.
If I could get one more D8, please, from anyone here.
I think we were fine.
I had rolled one, and then I think it's now you.
5.
What do you know? Another clear day's travel.
You're so good at this.
One
Such
lesson,
perception.
just one lesson.
Expert.
There we go.
Already a master.
No, I'll say that, like, again, at this point and this part of the world, it's, wide, sprawled open grasslands. You had your chance encounter both with wild creatures out here, and now bandits on the road. It seems that luck has turned a little bit, and at least the next 2 whole days' travel is uneventful, unimpeded. No, nothing eventful, no journeys, no interruptions, no attacks, anything like that.
Can I say,
Feel.
you speak Draconic? Over one of those days,
Please.
Tem would love to just like walk alongside Nik-Nak of Tem's 1 step to his like 3 or whatever it would be, and just learn some basic Draconic over the course of the day, try and pick up on some stuff and add to his lexicon.
I'll give him the Kobold dialect.
It's very back of the throat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
You won't catch
very
you won't catch Nik-Nak speaking like pure Draconic.
Yeah.
Hi.
Draconic.
It's
Cobalt.
Draconic.
High cunning.
Yeah, Draconic.
Dracomin.
And then if we have another like travel day too, then at some point, Zakkai, I had an idea. If you want to maybe stop throwing that for a sec and
Wait.
Okay. Okay. I was thinking, well, I feel like we can maybe help each other. You know when you kind of make like a wave through the ground?
Uh-huh.
What if when you did that, I could help use some of my magic to like amplify it
Oh.
Because at the end of the day, sound is waves. And
Sound is waves?
yes, like sound waves. But also that
What do you
well, they're invisible. It's okay.
waves?
Well, okay. So maybe when you can make like your kind of wave of rock through the ground, and then I can basically just use a big sound to like make it go even further.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take one of my bells, one of the like bigger ones, and I kind of flick it, and it's like flick it a few times, and it gets like way lower than what the actual size of the bell would be. So I kind of flick it, and it's only like that big or something, but it's like boom. Okay. All right. Ready?
Ready?
Go. Yeah. And so I'll just kind of like shoot behind it, and it's like hopefully would like
Absolutely.
Kinda like
amplify.
amplifies it,
Yeah.
You kind of watch as the ground almost just like it's the earth, but it's like you're in a kid's bouncy house where the ground just kind of like does this a little bit and rolls out in front of you.
Did you feel that?
Whoa!
I think that's something.
And then if you could
it's just
ride it,
motion.
and you could like go even further.
Okay, can we try that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna like ripple it and then like try to ride the wave.
Absolutely. Combined with rock slide, which you already have, just kind of like are able to create that wave. Which now, as you kind of ride onto it, it's like a kind of surfer catching a wave for the first time, where you're on it and you're really used to this, but the sudden like push from behind you, kind of like you keep your balance, you keep steady a little bit, but it's a new, exciting kind of like way to way to think, do something that you've already been doing before.
This is cool.
Woo, that's awesome. I kind of want to. Can I try?
Absolutely. Okay. Just be careful. You really gotta find your. Have you ever? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'll kind of like just push it out behind me, and then just like kind of ride the crest.
Okay, yeah, it's another one of those waves, and you kind of have to like jog up to it and kind of like hop onto it before you can ride it, and it's a bit unsteady, especially with a little bit of the heels kind of like
Sink your heels in.
I'm gonna solidify the ground under her heel a little bit, like.
You almost felt like kind of sink back a little bit before it kind of solidifies again, and you correct yourself, kind of like right yourself a little bit and ride it forward, as if the rest of you just kind of sand surfing for us.
Pretty impressive.
Cowabunga.
And then
I
at
heard
the
that
end,
sneeze can.
where it kind of like starts to kind of go back down and kind of like flatten out, and I'll just kind of like hop off at the end, like do a little dismount.
I'm gonna be kind of like jogging off behind it. That was incredible.
Ooh,
Wow.
that was really fun.
Wow, I haven't seen a lot of people successfully like surf the ground like that first time.
It's a strange feeling because usually the ground doesn't do that.
Not often.
But I think those, got those fencing lessons coming in handy. I'm a little more nimble than you might think just because I have heels on. So
I have no doubts about your nimbility.
Dust off my.
I'm rummaging through Sledgehog to find the 10 sign that Nick.
And then I think if we get into a fight or something, we could like do it towards one of the bad guys and just like totally like fling them back or knock them over, or there could be a bunch of them right there, and then we run over and just and they just all get knocked out of the way.
Around.
And then Tem can hold them in place, and Anara will just cut them to ribbons, and then Nik-Nak will deliver the finishing blow.
And then Basil will come
and he'll go flying backwards.
electrify their corpses.
Okay. Wow. That adrenaline is high right now, huh?
Our next fight's gonna be so great.
We're gonna.
Wow.
There's some electricity between there.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Save it for the Tanaruchi, everybody.
Speaking of,
Right.
Yeah.
who is that cart we've been following? Any sign?
It's gotta be just up ahead, right?
We've been going at a regular pace, and I'm assuming they're going slower, so
I mean,
should
yeah.
come on.
We have a day ahead of us.
That's what we
After
from
yeah,
what we
about
told.
now you have a good like day and a half before you get to the
We should be
the start of
catching.
the.
Is there
Catching
any
them
on the
soon.
horizon sign of the actual Lost Woods?
Give me a perception check.
I guess I would check. Can I help by checking the map and seeing where the beetle has us lined up now?
12.
Luckily, it is not something that's difficult to miss. As you kind of like, while they're playing in the dirt and kind of riding things around, you scamper ahead a little bit, clamber up on top of Sledgehog, and you kind of see out. Again, there's been so much just of that same monotone kind of just like rolling plains of just like tall grass. But eventually you do kind of look down and see over this next view valley, about a day's-ish journey away, that landscape, that just endless ocean of that golden tan grass suddenly just ends at a wall of deep, dark emerald green as you see this forest kind of sprawling out in all directions ahead of you. And the further the forest goes, the less you can sort of make out detail. There's fog, and there's almost as if someone had cast that same blur spell that Zakkai cast on the woods. The further you go, detail is lost. It's almost as if it's like looking at an AI image where the trees are weirdly like they don't look right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Oh.
straight.
They're not straight. They got weird, like one's got a thumb.
We all have 6 fingers.
Yeah.
So I'll be on top of Sledgehog, and I will
Second law.
fire into the air.
Tem jump.
Oh wait.
Something here?
What
Look.
What?
And I'll just point forward to.
Did you see the cart?
No, look, we're almost there. Look, we made it. Look how weird it is. There's trees. Not trees.
No sign of
Is
the
that a
cart?
6 finger? What's going on?
Would we have caught up to the cart by now?
I
Did we
thought
pass
might
them
have.
maybe?
Perhaps I missed any tracks of them leaving the pathway, but yeah.
But look at it. It's not right.
There is something strange.
Strange.
Is it something? Is there any thing that I would know about? Any sort of like effect or whatever that's like on the woods or something like that?
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Nestled at the edge of Abenthal is the Lost Woods, a sprawling forest of tangled labyrinth of ancient trees where reality and magic seem to intermingle, creating a bewildering maze that confounds even the most seasoned of adventurers. The forest floor, you can even see from this distance, is covered with a thick mossy undergrowth, while towering trees and gnarled branches kind of tangled together to make a solid canopy where not a lot of light is going to get through these trees. The deeper that you kind of look and the deeper that you see, the woods seem to shift and change as if the trees themselves are kind of not moving, but the trees are blurring themselves. They're doing whatever they can to obfuscate, to hide whatever is in this forest. And Harmony, as I'm sure, going to drill into your head. Only few people have ever entered the Lost Woods and come out again. One being the half-orc or adventurer that she had been researching, Goran Zord, and his faithful cartographer and research assistant, an elf named Selka Moreau. Unfortunately, Goran died almost 300 years ago of natural causes back in Abenthal's earlier days. And Harmony also lets you know that Selka, his assistant, being an elf with a seemingly limitless lifespan, kind of lived on in attempting to complete Goran's work, but her presence has been inconsistent. Harmony records have told you that Selka sometimes would go back into the Lost Woods and be gone for decades at a time before resurfacing, and hadn't been seen relatively recently until you were able to sort of track her down to the Scarlet Rail. But looking out and seeing this sort of new, both welcoming because you've been trying to get here for days, but now that you're here, it's an almost wait, why are we here? As you see this really massive, intimidating, magical, deadly forest ahead of you. And we're going to pick up there. Amazing job, you guys. Fantastic.
Yay.
Good one. Come back and join us next time here at Tales of
Please
Terragia
do.
to find out what these six are going to get up to next time in the woods. And until then,
Stay out of
watch
the
out
woods.
for exploding babies. Stay out of the bush.
Yeah.
More likely than you think.
Bye, guys.
Bye.